What's up, guys? Welcome to a brand new YouTube video. So today I'm going to be talking about the 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started my fitness journey as a woman. Like most people, when I first started in the gym, I had literally no direction. I had no idea what I was doing. And if I knew these tips when I first started, I would have saved so much time, and my fitness transformation would have taken a fraction of the time that it did. So if you take anything away from this video today, please don't forget to like and subscribe, as it helps grow the channel. And if you have anything to add, drop it in the comments. Let's connect and let's grow together. First, I want to say strength training is for men and women. It is for everyone, okay? Ladies, it is 2023, okay? We're no longer afraid of the dumbbell section. We are not going to be stuck away in the corner doing HIIT workouts or little circuit training because we're afraid of the dumbbell section. No, we deserve to take up space. We belong in the gym. Just take a look at my transformation. Boom, boom, boom. This literally would have never happened had I not overcome my fear of the weight section. Strength training is important, so let's get into it. Tip number 1, consistency is key. If you are going in the gym and doing something different every single week, you're not going to see results. You need to create a plan, a structured plan, and work on it every single week. Master those movements and practice progressive overload. We'll get more into that later, but your workout program should be made up of foundational movements. These are your compound movements that require the most energy expenditure. So you're using multiple muscles to do these movements. These workouts should be done at the beginning of your lift, and you should have anywhere from 1 to 3 compound movements for every single workout. Some examples would be hip thrust, bent over rows, shoulder press. They're using multiple muscles to move the weight. The biggest mistake I made when I first started in the gym was doing a different Instagram swipe workout every single time I step foot in the gym. Okay, and it's super overwhelming, okay? Tammy on TikTok is telling you to do this glute workout, but then Alyssa on Instagram is like, no, do this instead. And it's just like, it makes you not want to do anything, okay? So if there's one thing that you take away from this, once I started creating a structured plan, so I made a plan for myself and I worked at it every single week. I didn't change everything up every single time I went to the gym. I stuck to this plan, and I was finally able to see results, not only in the weight that I was using that was increasing and the number of reps that I could do, but also my body started changing because I had a plan and I could just go in there and work on it every single week and just try and get better at those specific movements. In addition to your compound movements, we need to do accessory movements as well. So this will work the tinier muscles that don't really get as much attention in your big lifts. So they're more like isolated things. For example, like hamstring or leg curls, bicep curls, lateral raises. I think I need to do a specific video on how to structure a workout plan. There's so many things I get to share with you guys, so stay tuned for that. Okay, tip number 2 is you need to eat enough to see results. Food is your friend. Listen, if you are under eating, you will not build muscle. You are quite literally wasting your time going to the gym, working hard, if you're not going to be feeding yourself enough to grow. On a very basic level, this is how muscle building works, okay? You make tiny tears, when you are working out, you make tiny tears in your muscle. With each rep, you're breaking it down. And then those muscle fibers rebuild and they repair along with the food that we give it in order to come back bigger and stronger. If you're not feeding yourself, you're missing the second part. It can't rebuild itself because you're not giving it enough nutrients to do that. So you're really just wasting your time. What I learned along my muscle building journey is that the more I fed my body, the better I felt, the more I could push during my workouts. I could actually have better workouts because I was fueled, I recovered better, and I just saw more results. So the more I would feed myself, the better I started to look. And it was just like, wow, this is crazy. Here are the big things to know when it comes to nutrition. So protein intake is crucial for muscle building. You should be having protein in every single meal. Shooting for at least 30 grams of protein per meal is a great place to start. Macro tracking is not required in order to build muscle. However, I do think that tracking macros is a great tool to use at the beginning of your fitness journey, just because it establishes this foundation of knowledge around food, what it provides us, what it does for us, and you start to just have a better understanding of nutrition as a whole by tracking macros. Aside from getting protein in every meal, eating balanced meals is extremely important. So a balanced meal is made up of the 3 macronutrients: protein, carbs, and fat. I understand that there's a lot more that we can go into with nutrition, so I'll also be making a video, a deep dive on macros. So if that's something you're interested in, drop a comment and I will get to it. But so an example of a balanced meal would be like steak, potatoes, and vegetables. So steak, you get your protein and fat. The potatoes give you carbs and fiber, and then your micronutrients come from the vegetables, also some fiber there. If you are excluding a specific food group, a macronutrient, aka carbs, you will not see the results you want in the gym. I promise. Carbs are not bad for you, and if I didn't eat carbs, I wouldn't look like this, okay? I'm just saying. Carbs are not bad for you. Overall, food is fuel. If you are constantly in a calorie deficit, you will not build muscle. And I guarantee the dream body that you want has a lot more muscle on it than you think. So you need to be eating. Ladies, we need to be eating to grow. Tip number 3 is that training intensity matters. So you're eating balanced meals, you're going to the gym and doing your compound movements, but you're just going through the motions. You've been moving the same weight on all your workouts for as long as you can remember, and you're not seeing results. Well, that's because if you don't give your body a reason to change, it will not. We need to create some uncomfortability in order for your body to respond. So if you are not challenging yourself, you will not see results. This is like the one thing that took my body to the next level more than any other training tip did, okay? So how do we do this? Progressive overload, baby. Progressive overload in a very basic sense is increasing either the number of weight that you use, the number of reps, the quality of form, or the time under tension of the movement, of the reps. It's not just adding weight, okay? If you could add weight every single week, you'd literally be hip thrusting 1,000 pounds by now. So how do we apply this? So say you've been hip thrusting 135 for the past 4 weeks, and you can get it for 10 reps consistently. And it seems pretty hard. Okay, well next week I challenge you to slap some 10s on there. First, I think you'll shock yourself by how much you'll actually be able to do. Secondly, if you can only get 7 or 8 reps, great. Push yourself to get those 7 or 8 reps. Then next week, maybe you'll get 8 or 9. Next week, maybe you get 10. Amazing. Now we move up again. That is how we progressive overload. But keep in mind, it's not only about the weight. So we need to make sure that we're still executing the movement properly with correct form, proper tempo. We're not just throwing the weight around. Yes, we want to get stronger in the gym, but form is also very important. Form is more important than the weight that you're using in reality. So with this, not only will your strength and your physique start to improve, but your confidence will start to improve. When you constantly try things that are very scary and you prove to yourself that you can do it, that's really freaking cool. And that is what builds confidence. If you're gonna take the time to go to the gym, freaking show up and show out, dude. All right, you have an hour and a half per day to go to the gym. Make it worth it. Push yourself, sweat, grunt, make the ugly ass faces, okay? That's how you grow. If you're not challenging yourself, your body is not gonna change. Tip number 4, rest days are essential. Recovery. We need to prioritize this, okay? If you are in the gym every single day, first of all, if you're able to train legs every single day, that tells me 1, you're not training legs hard enough, because if you were, you wouldn't be able to hit legs every single day. And second, you're not even giving your body enough time to recover. So really, you're just working against yourself. Remember at the beginning when I said in order to build muscle, you need to break down the muscle fibers for them to rebuild and repair and come back bigger and stronger? Well, if you don't give them time to rebuild and repair, then you're just slowing down your progress. You're just working against yourself. Personally, I will not train more than 5 days per week. If you are going balls to the wall with your training, those 2 days of rest are going to be essential, okay? But a good rule of thumb here is to have at least 2 days between training muscle groups. So if you hit back on Monday, wait Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you can hit back again. That's how I like to do things. Some muscle groups, some things recover quicker. You know your body. It's all bio-individual, okay? But just listen to your body. If you're sore, don't train. Give yourself some time to recover. With recovery, sleep is like the biggest piece here. So really aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep every single night. This was huge for me. If you're already stressed out as it is, strength training is an additional stressor on your body. So when we sleep, that is our time, our uninterrupted time to recover. So if you're missing out on that, you're not allowing your body to just repair itself. So sleep is super, super important. Stop the nighttime scrolling, okay? This is what gets in the way. Set a bedtime and get to sleep. Tip number 5 is to make it sustainable, okay? You could have the absolute best, most optimal workout program in the entire world, but if you don't have time to do it, it's not gonna work for you, okay? So let's be realistic. We need to meet ourselves where we're at. If you only have 1 hour to spend in the gym 3 to 4 times a week, then make a workout program that fits those time constraints. Don't plan out to go to the gym 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, because you're just setting yourself up for failure. So you need to meet yourself where you're at and set a plan based on what you're able to do. However, I challenge you, if you don't have time to go to the gym because you spend 2 hours watching Netflix every night, well, then we need to make the gym a priority. So make it to where it fits in your schedule, but it's not taking over your entire life. Again, you do not grow when you're comfortable. So we need to push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, making it a priority, prioritizing ourselves first. All of this to say, create a plan that works for you, fits your schedule, and that you can stay consistent with. You build self-trust when you make promises to yourself and you actually follow through. That is how you build self-trust and you start to have more confidence and you develop self-love. That is literally the key. So make the promise that you will hit every single workout that you plan to that week and do everything in your power to show up and do it. You'll not only start to see the results you want, but you'll start to trust yourself and have so much more confidence, and your physique will show the results too. And please, please, please remember, consistent effort is so much more important than perfection. If you fuck up on the weekend, just get right back on track the next day. This is not an all or nothing approach, okay? It's a lifestyle. So overall, if I had stuck to these fundamentals when I first started out, my 5-year fitness journey would have taken me way less time if I had known this stuff in the beginning. And remember, that it is a journey, okay? You're not gonna be perfect at first. It's so easy to go on Instagram and look at all these girls and know what they're doing, and it's like, I look awkward as hell doing this, so it just stops you from trying in the first place. Listen, we all look dumb at the beginning, and I guarantee you, if you keep showing up, after your first week at the gym, you'll look back and be like, damn, I don't look nearly as awkward when I'm doing dumbbell RDLs as the first week that I did. Or, wow, I'm not even paying attention if so-and-so over there is looking at me while I try and figure out these bent over rows. Okay, first of all, hint, nobody is really paying attention to you. Everyone's so focused on themselves. Like when I'm in the gym, I am like, it's eyes on me, okay? I don't care what you're doing over there. It doesn't affect me. So don't worry about yourself. Zone in. When you're in the gym, that's the time for you to work on yourself. It's a journey, okay? You're not gonna be perfect at the beginning, but it's a learning experience. And it's such a beautiful experience if you allow yourself to learn and make mistakes and look silly, because you will come out better, stronger, freaking more jacked on the other side. So I hope you found this valuable. I'm going to end the video here. Please make sure you smash that like button and hit the subscribe button. If there's anything else that you want to see, please drop it in the comments. That's all I have for you guys. Peace out, and I'll see you in the next one.